Skidmore, Missouri, a small town in Nottoway County, about an hour and 45 minutes north of Kansas City, is home to just 250 people. It's a quiet place, surrounded by flat land and open fields, but it has a dark history of unsolved mysteries. In 1981, Ken McElroy, a local bully, was shot dead in broad daylight with up to 46 witnesses, yet no one talked, and the case remains unsolved. This tight-knit community knows how to keep secrets, which makes the disappearance of Branson Perry in 2001 all the more baffling. Branson Perry was 20 years old in April 2001. Standing 6 feet tall with a lean frame, short blonde hair, and a warm smile, he was a typical young man from Middle America. A 1999 graduate of Nottoway Holt High School, Branson worked as a roofer and occasionally with a traveling petting zoo when jobs were scarce. Despite a heart condition called tachycardia, he earned a black belt in Hapkido and enjoyed sports, music, and time with friends. He lived with his dad, Bob, in a modest home at 304 West Oak Street in Skidmore. But there was more to Branson than met the eye. 4 days before he vanished, on April 7, 2001, Branson visited his neighbor, Jason Biermann, a man with a questionable reputation. The two were hanging out, likely bored in this small town. Allegedly, Jason gave Branson an unidentified drug, possibly meth or PCP. What followed was strange. Branson reportedly stripped naked, danced around, shaved off his pubic hair, and engaged in sexual activity with Jason. Whether it was consensual is unclear. While some, including his dad, suspected Branson might have been gay, he never publicly came out. This incident seemed to weigh heavily on him. The next day, April 8th, Branson visited his dad in the hospital, where Bob was recovering from an illness. He told Bob about the incident at Jason's house. Bob was furious, believing Jason had given Branson drugs, especially since Branson was struggling with addiction and trying to get clean. Bob wanted to confront Jason, but was stuck in the hospital. By the time he was released, Branson was gone. On Wednesday, April 11th, 2001, Branson was cleaning his dad's house, preparing for Bob's return. His friend, Jenna Crawford, was helping, vacuuming and wiping down counters, while 2 mechanics worked on the family car's alternator outside. Around early afternoon, Jenna saw Branson grab something from a kitchen cabinet and rush outside. She didn't think much of it then, but later wondered if it was drugs or something else. He returned empty-handed. Later, around 3 p.m., Jenna saw Branson on the front lawn from an upstairs window. She called out, and he replied, "I'm going to put away the jumper cables and run out for a bit. I'll be back in a few minutes." Those were the last words anyone heard from him. Branson was presumably heading to the shed to store the tools, but no one, not Jenna, the mechanics, or any neighbors, saw him leave the property. He left behind his wallet, keys, and a recently cashed paycheck, suggesting he planned to return. When he didn't, his grandmother, Joanne Stinnett, grew worried. Branson hadn't visited his dad in the hospital that day, breaking his daily routine. Joanne checked the house, found the door unlocked, and called friends, but no one had seen him. By nightfall, she contacted the police, sparking a massive search. Local police, the Missouri State Highway Patrol, and volunteers searched a 15-mile radius around Skidmore. Fields, woods, everywhere. As the investigation unfolded, it emerged that Branson had been hiding a drug addiction, though he was planning to enter rehab soon. Authorities suspected he might have grabbed drugs from the cabinet to sell before getting clean, and that meeting someone that day could hold the key to his disappearance. With his belongings left behind, foul play seemed likely. Hundreds were interviewed, including Jason Biermann, Jenna, and the mechanics. Lie detector tests were administered, but everyone passed, deepening the mystery. Nearly 2 years later, on April 10, 2003, a disturbing suspect emerged. Jack Rogers, a 59-year-old Presbyterian minister and Boy Scout leader, was arrested in Columbia, Missouri, for first-degree assault and practicing medicine without a license after performing a makeshift gender reassignment surgery in a hotel. A search of his home uncovered graphic photos of young people and online posts under usernames like Buggerbud and Extreme Body Mods, describing torturing and mutilating victims. One story detailed picking up a blonde male hitchhiker, killing him, and burying him in the Ozarks. Police also found a turtle claw necklace in Rogers' car, similar to one Branson owned. Despite this, Rogers denied involvement, claiming his stories were fiction. Without a body or hard evidence, no charges were filed in Branson's case. Over the years, the search continued. In 2009, a tip led police to dig in Quitman, Missouri, but they found nothing. Branson's dad, Bob, passed away in 2004, and his mom in 2011, leaving an empty plot beside her grave, marked with Branson's disappearance date, April 11th, 2001. In August 2022, Nodaway County Sheriff Randy Strong said they have a serious suspect in Skidmore, but need more evidence. Until someone talks or evidence surfaces, a dark cloud lingers over Skidmore, and Branson Perry's fate remains one of America's most haunting, unsolved mysteries.